Hello and welcome to Cornish Walking Trails.
Hiya.
In today's video, we've got a kaleidoscope of various things for you to watch, from a pirate grave to us having to abandon a walk, and so much more.
We're also going to give you the heads up on some future videos that you're going to see on our main YouTube channel, as well as some extra videos that will be available on our Patreon channel.
So where are we, Andrew?
Bodmin.
Gone Bodmin.
On Bodmin. We're in Cardinham Woods.
Or Cardinham, as I say it. There's a bit of a, you say it different to me.
I do. So one of us is right and one of us is wrong.
Oh, it's probably me that's wrong.
No, it's probably me that's wrong.
It's probably me.
No, it's probably me.
So what are we doing here today?
We tried to film a walk this morning.
Yeah, do you want to see how we got on?
Yeah, we were at, where were we? St Germans.
Yes.
Yeah, in the summer sunshine.
Roll clips.
Oh, God.
Welcome to Cornish Walking Trails today. We're here at St Germans. Hello everybody, we're in St Germans today.
Never been here before.
No! We had to come up today to collect a couple of books that we've had rebound, just to stabilise them so that we can actually open the front covers.
Yeah, so we're going to collect those, and we thought, well, we've never been to St Germans before, let's go and have a wander.
Yes, let's see what's here. Boy, that was fast. That wasn't stopping here. I think there's 4 fascinating things about St Germans. One is the railway station.
Yeah.
Another is the church.
The pub.
That's the 5th one, actually.
Oh, is it? Okay, keep going.
Some almshouses that are of particular interest.
Yeah.
And then you've got the Port Eliot estate.
Ah, there's a fancy railway viaduct as well, I understand. There's 6 things here in St Germans which we're going to try and find today.
Let's go and have a little look at those railway carriages that have been restored. You can stay in them. It's too tall. Oh, I can just see the track. That goes to Penzance, yeah?
Yeah.
Quite amazing. It looks like there's been a platform here in years gone by. The wheels are there, the suspension is there, and it's like as if you could just step off from that carriage onto this platform. I love what they've done with the planting. Just softens it all. Silly me, I read the sign, didn't read the directions. I thought the old station building was a shop, but we now think it's possibly where the people that own the railway carriages live.
That would make sense, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's all restored, it's nice, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, if you're a railway enthusiast that's restoring coaches, you wouldn't bat an eyelid at living in the old station, would you? It'd be perfect. They are so cute, aren't they?
I want to stay in a railway carriage now, Sarah.
You want to stay in one? Oh, okay. I really love what they've done with the planting around here. They obviously know their plants. The roses are looking beautiful, the lavender. So complimentary. Chose a good day for it, Andrew.
Summer in Cornwall, middle of August.
We're under a tree, but I don't know how long it's going to keep us dry. We're going to get those heavy splats now, aren't we?
I'm alright at the moment.
I'm not, I'm getting them. Oh! I thought I was going to get soaked then.
We're going to get wet.
Have you seen how quickly this has built up? Look at it. Just flowing down the road. It's stopped. Where are we going to now?
Well, we need to pick up these books, don't we?
Why are you still under the bush, Andrew?
Well, in 10 minutes' time, we'll go and get the books.
Should we go home? Let's go home. So we've got so far on the way home, decided we'll go and walk the dog here. So that's why we're in Cardinham, isn't it?
Cardinham's a beautiful spot to come and walk your dog go, so it's lovely all times of year, isn't it?
Yeah.
You've got lovely woodland just outside of Bodmin, and you can walk here, you can cycle here, perfect for dogs.
We did do a walk, an autumn walk, with my mum and dad. I'll put the link to that one at the end. So we decided just to take today as an opportunity to explore one of the other trails and to talk to you guys, do a bit of a CWT catch-up. We came across and kind of already knew about a really interesting story in Cornwall churchyard.
You did, didn't we? Have you ever been looking for a pirate's grave?
Roll clips. We're out filming.
We're in Cornwall.
Cornwall is a little village very close to Penzance. You've probably seen the signs as you're heading in near the Tesco's roundabout. There's a really fascinating grave here.
War.
Yeah,
Oh no, it
good
sounds more like
clue.
it's more like a farmer, isn't it? Pieces of 8.
If you come in the entrance to the churchyard by the cold streamers, walk down this path and then head left. It's up here. It feels quite enclosed in here because the trees are quite mature, and with those bamboos it's quite tropical in nature. This particular grave has a skull and crossbones on it, and of course these days the Jolly Roger flag is all strongly associated with pirates. Oh look, it's got its own little path. I wonder if it gets a lot of visitors. Yeah, skull and crossbones. There we go. John Thomas of Marizion, who left this life for a better on Sunday the 16th day of December 1753. This chap was 62 when he died, and this grave has got a whole story, a whole backstory to it, hasn't it?
It has. So there's a lot of information online which suggests that this guy was a pirate.
Yeah.
It seems basically connected with the fact that it's got a skull and crossbone. So John Thomas is buried here in Cornwall churchyard, but he was actually from Marizion, and a lot of people are putting thought together that there was a reason he wasn't allowed to be buried in Marizion church, and because of the skull and crossbone on the grave, it was suggested that he was a pirate up to no good, and they didn't want him down in Marizion. So he was banished from there and buried here in Cornwall. But as far as I understand it, that isn't actually true.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because his will shows that he was quite a wealthy man,
Yes.
doesn't it?
Yes.
And it seems to have been his request to be buried here instead of in Marizion.
Yeah.
So there's no evidence at all to suggest that John Thomas was up to no good, in that he was never convicted for anything. All that can be found is a few records of him being involved in seafaring. His family were yeomen, so we've got no idea how he managed to acquire the amount of money that he had, that he left in his will. It's quite substantial, plus 3 properties, which on a yeoman's salary it just doesn't add up. So the skull and crossbones bit, we know that, having done a little bit of research, it just represented a death. It didn't actually have the connection with piracy when this grave was erected for John Thomas.
To amount so much money though, and to be involved in some form of seafaring, I think it's fair to say he probably was making his money from smuggling.
Yeah, I agree.
But is that the right era then? So he died in 1753 and he was 62.
Yeah.
So he would have been most active probably in about 1720, 1730, I would have thought. And that is the time of smuggling?
Well, it's a little bit early for that real height of the smuggling activity, because that was towards the end of the 1700s, wasn't it? And the early 1800s. But I think there's always been a little bit of it going on.
So it's a bit of a mystery.
Yeah. If you can shed any light or know a bit more, put it in the comments.
Was he a pirate or no?
Rawr.
Arr.
Do you know what? I kind of think the idea of him being a pirate is quite romantic.
It is, isn't it?
Or a smuggler. I quite like smugglers as well. The story of
He should have been buried in Penzance, though, really, shouldn't he?
Why?
Well, pirates of Penzance.
So there you go. Not everything to do with skull and crossbones is to do with pirates.
That's a dead good yarn. Are you cross with me?
You're dry as a bone. So the reason we filmed that little sequence, we were actually out researching a homemade walk from Ludgvan down to St Michael's Mount, wasn't it? And we passed through Cornwall at the time.
It's quite a long walk as well, and it's going to be about 6 miles, I think. And we got right to the end of doing the walk, because we go out and we go along the footpaths, we write up instructions whether it's left or right, that type of thing. We'd almost finished the walk, hadn't we?
Yeah.
And then we was like
half a mile away, wasn't it?
But we couldn't complete the walk. So have you got clips of why we couldn't complete the walk?
I'm sure I can put something together. Let's see what I've put together and we'll run that now. So we're here in Ludgvan churchyard today. We're going to pick up the St Michael's Way down towards Cornwall, walk along the southwest coast path to St Michael's Mount. We're also going to try and find the return route on the other option of the St Michael's Way back to here, Ludgvan, so we can give it to you as a circular walk.
So this is a little book we've had for a while. This one's called A Cornish Celtic Way by Nigel Marnes, and this is still in print. So this little book, Sarah, it says that so mounted above the door there is a pilgrim with his wide-brimmed hat, satchel and a staff. It also goes on to tell us that medieval pilgrims would gather here to be led by a good guide through the perilous woods and marshes and to avoid wolves all the way down to St Michael's Mount.
But when you said we were going to be walking the St Michael's Way today, you didn't mention wolves.
They don't exist anymore.
Oh.
I think this is going back to medieval times.
So we don't need a good guide.
No, but the last recorded wolf in Cornwall, as far as I know, was killed near Crowless, I think, which is near here.
Oh,
yeah.
Right. Thank God they're not around anymore. This is a homemade walk in the planning. We're going to catch up with you guys when we get down to St Michael's Mount. Got to give you an image of St Michael's Mount, haven't we?
Assuming we can get there.
Without being eating bubbles.
Yeah.
Come on,
they've had their breakfast.
See you soon. So we haven't made it to St Michael's Mount yet, but that sculpture garden looks really interesting. And we've just had a chat. I think we should do that.
It's called Tremonier
Sculpture
garden. Yeah.
I've heard about it. The plants back there, the nursery and everything looks amazing. So I think we should make an effort and do a video.
Have you told them we haven't been eaten by wolves yet?
No. How are you doing under those trees though?
Yeah. I'm still surviving.
We're in
a
jungle. We're nearly there. We've got to St Michael's Mount. It's in the background. So we're going to...
There it is.
Yeah. It's looking lovely too, isn't it?
So, it's going to be a homemade walk we've been putting together today. It's predominantly following the St Michael's Way.
Yeah.
And we've had a nice time today.
Yeah.
It's quite a trek so far, isn't it? I reckon we've done about 4 miles.
Well, more than that. My Fitbit says it's getting on 4.5 miles.
Fair enough.
We've got to go back yet through the bird reserve. But we'll give you the details of all that on Patreon.
So I think we're going to end today's video here.
So we thought we were going to leave you at St Michael's Mount and just trot back across fields a mile or so. We've already invested a quarter of an hour walking up here and you can't get across the railway line there.
Sure.
My feet hurt. We're going to have to take that diversion, aren't we?
5 miles.
Oh God. Okay, so we couldn't get across the railway line. We need to go back to the car park, up to the A30 and join the A30 and then up to Ludgvan. What a shame, isn't it just so annoying? You're within spitting distance. Oh, I'm so tired. I've lost the will to live.
Yeah, and me. It's not
Look at
worth
all
it,
this
isn't it?
traffic. Got to cross this road somehow, Trish.
Okay.
Come on then. I didn't think I was going to get across there. That was horrible. That's like London traffic. Oh, I don't like this. That is the suggested diversion. At some point you have to cross the main A30 trunk road in June. Just keep going, feet. Yeah, I know we've walked miles, but just keep going. It's okay. We'll have a nice restful evening. Glass of wine, put your feet up. Yeah.
Are you talking to your feet again?
Yeah. Just telling them to keep going. Keep going, feet.
Alright, legs and feet, listen up. I want you to cook me a lovely meal tonight. I want you to pour me a lovely glass of wine. I want to settle down and watch the football. Can you organise that for me, please? What lovely feet you are.
Does that mean they're going to get you cheese and wine?
What, my feet?
Yeah, a bit cheesy.
We survived.
Oh.
God, that was hard work, wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh, I'm absolutely shattered.
Home.
Yeah.
Food. Goodbye.
So the best laid plans of CWT go completely awry from time to time.
You could almost say they were derailed.
Oh, very good.
Okay.
But we will be going back to do that as a homemade walk. We'll put the homemade walks are always put onto Patreon, and you can download a written copy of the instruction, and we always do a video instruction to say go left, go right, that sort of thing. So you have 3 things to help you get successfully around a homemade walk.
Yeah, so the vlog of our walk will always be on YouTube.
Yeah.
It's just the additional bits are on Patreon. And with that in mind, we also filmed a Patreon extra video at Treminier Sculpture Garden on that day as well, haven't we?
Whilst we were walking the walk, we discovered Treminier was on it, and we thought it'd be nice to put some of that footage into a vlog when we do this walk.
And that was gorgeous, wasn't it?
Yeah, went back, we took our daughter on the day, and this is a bit of a taster for you. The full video is on Patreon for our patrons, but here's a little taster. Treminier Sculpture Garden is located near Penzance. It is in a sheltered south-facing valley with wonderful views to St Michael's Mount and the bay. The planting is subtropical, interwoven with contemporary art installations, both big and small.
For me, it's all about the expressive nature of shape and form.
On about? What's the on about?
The contemplation of a moment in time.
Where has he read this from?
Where's the ice cream shop?
Back to normal. Did you enjoy it?
I did.
What was your favourite sculpture?
I wasn't expecting you to ask me that.
Mine was the noisy one. The rods going brrrr. I thought that was great.
Yeah, that was good. I like the big orange thing. I'm not quite sure what it is. It looked like a rubber ring.
The one with shape and form.
The one with shape and form. Yeah,
I
particularly.
hope you enjoyed that little sample of Treminier. Like I said, the full video is on Patreon. This last couple of weeks we've been kind of looking at homemade walks, isn't it?
Yes.
We did film one at the Lizard. Absolutely stunning evening walk. Again, we'll put a little bit of a taster here. We haven't kind of completed that yet, have we? It will go out on the channel soon.
That's right, but
the vlog will go out on YouTube, and then the detailed walk instructions will go out on Patreon. So here's a little peek. Yay!
we don't really deserve this yet, have we?
Yeah, but we're going to walk it off,
That'll
aren't
be
we?
fine, isn't it?
Yeah.
Come on then.
Where are you going? I want my ice cream.
Oh, you want one?
Yeah.
Thought about doing ice cream reviews.
Well, this would get a 10 out of 10 for me. It's creamy, it's tasty, there's no ice crystals in it. It's absolutely perfect. Tastes beautiful.
Added advantage as well. Doesn't seem many seagulls around.
Yeah, why is that? Why are they all down St Ives and none here?
We're giving them a slip.
Yeah, let's go. So another treat that's going to come up for everybody on YouTube. We filmed a walk around Penzance town.
We did, yes, and Penzance, I don't know if you've been, it's a fascinating place, particularly Chapel Street.
Yeah.
Every building in Chapel Street seems to have its own story.
Which we explore in the video, so that's coming up for you guys in the next couple of weeks, and make sure you get to watch it. One of the other vlogs that we've filmed recently is Lostwithiel, a town walk around Lostwithiel. It's one of the oldest towns in Cornwall. It has an abundance of history. It was brilliant, wasn't it?
It's a town that's very easy for you to miss as well, because you could simply just drive through it and not realise the history of it there.
Yeah.
We had a fantastic day. If you find yourself in Lostwithiel, you've got a couple of hours to kill, go to the museum. It's brilliant.
Yeah, it was great fun, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So if you've been watching our channel for a few years now, you'll know that every now and again we like to go and stay somewhere in Cornwall to sample the accommodation, see what's in the area, and give you guys some kind of local insight into what you could do if you were to stay in that area.
Yeah, so we obviously call them our Stay in Cornwall vlogs.
Yeah, but this year, because accommodation providers have been honouring bookings from last year, there's a huge demand to come to Cornwall this year. We found it really difficult to book anything ourselves, haven't we?
Yeah, and when we're filming the Stay in Cornwall vlogs, we're pretty much staying for just one night.
Yeah.
And to try and find anywhere at the moment where you can stay for one night
Yeah.
is almost impossible, because, you know, rightly so, the accommodation providers want you to stay for like usually a minimum of
Yeah,
says to be 3 nights usually.
2 to 3 nights, depends on the provider.
If you are in Cornwall and you've got accommodation, as we're coming out of the peak summer period now, if you want us to come along and do a Stay in Cornwall vlog at your business, then get in contact.
Yeah, we'd be happy to collaborate.
Yeah, as long as it's somewhere decent.
So Andrew, what do you mean by that?
Close to a pasty shop.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
Today we posted a video about Falmouth.
Well, it was last Friday.
Yeah, the day that we're filming this, we posted a video about Falmouth.
Yeah, we had a tourist guide for Cornwall from 1968, and we wanted to see how things have changed basically, so we went to we went to Falmouth, didn't we? Went to see how many of the hotels which were advertising in 1968 along Cliff Road were still in business,
Yeah.
were still there.
And
how
if they
things have
weren't,
changed.
what was there in their place? So if you haven't watched that video already, we won't ruin it for you. I really enjoyed making that video, and I think it turned out really well. Anyway, in that video,
Oh, yeah.
I meant to say, yes,
Yes,
dear.
it was great. I enjoyed it. I had a pint. It was good.
Yeah, we did ask for some of your photographs from your maybe holiday in the 1960s or 1970s, just so it tied in with the era of the published guide that we used. So here are some of your fantastic photos.
So let's kick off with this super summary photo sent to us by Emma Bromley. It's from the mid-1970s and shows Emma and her family having dinghy fun at Damer Bay. This snap also shows Emma having fun on Polzeath Beach with her family. Thank you, Emma, for sharing these photos and your memories.
Here is David Talbot and his mum on Porth Beach. He's been coming on holiday to Cornwall since he was a baby, and now he brings his kids too. So cute.
This next photo was sent to us by Carrie Tay. It's a lovely snap of Carrie with her sister on Senham Beach in 1967, the same year as the Torrey Canyon disaster, a shipwreck off the Isles of Scilly, which resulted in thousands of tonnes of crude oil being released to contaminate the beaches along the Cornish coast. You can see the oil on the beach. Carrie tells us her mum had to use methylated spirit to get the blobs of oil off her feet.
From Gary Dawes, 2 very interesting photos of Church Cove Gunwallow, in the days when you could actually park on the beach.
This gorgeous photo was sent to us by Jeanette Johnson on a caravanning holiday, possibly in the 1960s. So cute. What mischief is afoot here, I wonder?
From Prescott, Arizona, this photo of Land's End, where it looks really busy. It was sent to us by Cynthia, whose husband Graham was from Leicester and holidayed in Cornwall when he was a child. They returned in 2019 to discover a lot of changes.
This photo was sent to us by Alison Bridges. Thank you, Alison. It shows hubby Andy in the mid-70s, aged about 14. It's taken near Land's End. Looking good, Andy.
Here is a snap of Beverly Bernstein in 1959 on Custom House Quay in Falmouth. I just love the pram. Although she now lives in Palm Beach, she has fond memories of Cornwall, including her granddad's shop in Falmouth.
A lovely snap of St Michael's Mount next from Kristen Vida. Taken in the 1980s, Kristen thinks if you squint, it kind of looks like me and Sarah on one of our walks.
And here is Denise Smithers at Land's End in 1970. And from Alison Feist, who we bumped into at Tintagel. Hi Alison! Thanks for the fabulously groovy photos of a camping holiday in Pentuam. Their popular pit stop on the journey was at Jamaica Inn in Bodmin Moor. And we couldn't leave this video without some photos of us as children enjoying Cornwall, not necessarily on the beach.
Thank you ever so much.
Yeah.
It's been really kind of you to share your memories of Cornwall basically in the 1960s and 70s and how it's changed.
So I think that's it for today's video. You've seen where it all goes wrong. You've seen us getting wet and abandoning a video today.
Doesn't happen very often, but yeah.
And then little clips and tasters of the other things that we do. So a huge thank you for your support on YouTube. Your subscription, your views and your comments are all really, really valued by us.
Yes, and whether you support us by watching the YouTube videos or whether you support us with Patreon as well, however you support us, we really do welcome that, and thank you ever so much.
So just for now, bye!
Bye!